Hello everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Jan Dyer. Listen, I thought we needed something sweet. We haven't had anything sweet in a while, so I'm going to make a coconut cream pie. And listen, it's so very simple. It's almost embarrassing that I'm showing it to you, but I'm going to tell you the story along the way and you'll see why it's so very important that you know how to make this. Okay, I've just put 2 cups of whole milk into this mixer. Lots of times I don't have whole milk. If I think about it, I will get that if I'm making a dessert, just because it makes it a little bit creamier. And to that, I'm going to add vanilla jello pudding. And this is 5.5 ounce box. It really calls for the smaller ones, and I couldn't find those, so I got the larger one. It calls for 2 smaller ones. We're pretty close to the same measurement, so it'll be all right. And then we need 1/2 cup Cool Whip. Make sure this is the right one, because I'm telling you, we just about have shown everything that's going to be in here. But we're going to put that in the mixer. All we're going to have to do is it's going to mix for 2 minutes. And while that's mixing, I'll tell you my little story, and we'll keep watching our coconut. Very, very simple. Alrighty, let's get this up and get it going. Who wants to take bets on whether or not my sleeves stay clean? They won't. All right, let's scoot that over just a little bit while that's mixing. I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes. I know you think I should remember. I should, but I won't. Okay. We go to a large church here in Fort Smith, First Baptist Church. And this has been several years ago, but we would have pie cooking competitions and pie tasting competitions and different things like that. So this pie actually won. And this recipe is from Jane Beauchesne, and she got it off of Cool Whip. So she won against all these other, and I'm telling you, these are award-winning grandmas. Everybody comes out of the woodwork when you're having a pie competition and brings their very best pies. So this little pie won the competition, and I thought to myself, you know, sometimes we feel like the more ingredients, the better it's going to be. When you try this, you're going to think, heavens to Betsy, this is delicious, and it doesn't take very long. Now we're going to whip this up for 2 minutes. We've still got just a little bit of time. And then it does have to set in the refrigerator for 4 hours because it's a cool pie. But I'm just going to tell you, this is delicious. We are using an actual ready-made graham cracker crust and the coconut. That's what we're doing. That's all that's going to happen with this pie. And you will think to yourself, you've gone someplace and, you know, bought a huge, big pie. This is just, you know, coconut takes a while. First you got to dry it out, then you got to get it started browning. It just takes a little bit of time. We're going to check this in just a second. We're just about to turn this off, which will be nice. I believe that was it. Let me get this down. We'll get this off. We'll check it. And remember, all this is Cool Whip. You know what? One little thing I forgot to put in here. The coconut, going to make it so much better. But really, your 2 minutes was to get the Cool Whip and the vanilla pudding mixed together. This is going to take just a second. I'm glad I noticed that, because that would have been sad. All right, that's all mixed up. We would have thought, gee, that's good, but seems like something's missing. The coconut. Okay, let me get my pie shell over here. Do not let me forget to stir that coconut. I think these are cool too because you got the lid to go right on top of it. Let me get this off. Give it just, we know, thank you. She's so very helpful. Yeah, that coconut makes a big difference in a coconut cream pie. So we are going to, let me scoot this out of our way. Put this Make sure you got it all down at the bottom. Look at that. Doesn't that look good in that pie? Doesn't look like it's just perfectly mixed. It's because I rushed it there at the end, but it's going to be okay. And they do say it's always an important thing. Make sure you stir it really good to make sure that you've got it all well incorporated. Oh, there we go. That's one thing about this coconut. Watch it. Just about the time you stop watching it, it's when everything starts to turn on us. Let me just do this a minute. I'm not going to let it go very dark, so I'll probably take it off of the... My husband made some the other night because he likes to snack on toasted coconut. He had one batch that looked really good. That's all I'm going to say. The other batch, I couldn't tell if it was the pan or the coconut. But he got a really good batch. Hey, the stories he could tell about my cooking, I would not want to hear. Okay, that's done. Let me just take that off so we can finish this. Okay, this is where we have to go into the refrigerator. We're going to go into the refrigerator for 4 hours just to let this set up, just like that. And that's all I ever do. I just put that back on. I'll tighten that down. But a miracle has happened. When I got home today, I made us another one. So this one has set for 4 hours because who wouldn't like to be able to take a pie to somebody? It's called sharing. Somebody would be delighted to have this. Okay, what we're going to do now, this is just the finishing touch. Hasn't this been simple? We're going to take, calls for a cup of Cool Whip. I'm going to bet that's about half. Spread it around. That's why you want it to set up and be so nice and pretty. But isn't that looking lovely? It's so nice and cooled off. It looks so pretty. And then we're going to take our toasted coconut. Look, that's continued to toast a little bit while we had it because that pan was hot. But it did not burn. It looks just fine. I'm going to just take this little thing here. Let me scooch it over here closer. We're just going to sprinkle some of this coconut on top. Not too much. Maybe a little on the edges. Back into the refrigerator. It's ready to eat right now if you wanted to eat it. But doesn't that look delicious? And this is my recipe, and it's a Cool Whip recipe. That's all it is. Isn't that fabulous? Doesn't it look wonderful? Thank you, Jane, for sharing that. And I can't tell you when this was. You may remember, but I bet that had to be 15 years ago or more. So never think that the recipe's on some brand. It's not going to be very good. It's usually one of your best ones. Hey, make this coconut cream pie. Don't share the recipe unless it's a, good friend. They will be amazed. They will love it. And you will look like a rock star. So enjoy the coconut cream pie and have a great evening, and we'll see you soon.